Alright, so here we are, another week. TANA CLAUDE is still doing pretty good. I feel pretty good about this setup. I've been iterating it over the week, just like changing out the layout and stuff, and I think this is what I've settled on. So same as before, the plan is to aerobatics in the aggro onto Mia because of far save and melee traps. TANA rallies over here, and then Claude goes in with the super guidance. That's the plan, and Claude, no one can replace Claude. So Seiros is useless. She just gives stats. Thrasir is interesting because bonus Thrasir actually does quite a bit of damage, and being backed up with attack defense form and enabled by guidance, she can be a secondary threat along with Claude. But the problem is sometimes when you have a tank up like here, for example, TANA will come in and rally, get dance, and then actually move backwards and rally again because Thrasir is enabled. But once she goes back, Thrasir isn't enabled anymore, so it kind of ruins with the whole plan. And then Mia just goes and kills herself. So the way I've dealt with that is I've put Hone Spd onto Mirabilis so I can buff the speed of Tiki and Claude. And then Thrasir, because she's bonus, gets boosted by the attack speed gap that comes natively onto Mia, which is pretty interesting. I have Mia here instead of Corrin because I didn't really want the green overlap onto these two. But like I've come to the conclusion that pretty much anything can work here. I guess duo Sigurd, duo Corrin. I guess it doesn't even have to be a duo unit. You'd want a duo unit somewhere though for the hindrance. So in an ideal world, buffed speed, buff speed, buff speed, Tiki buffs all the defenses. I don't want to rally attack really because like rallying attack, like it can get panicked, and I'd rather the speed get panicked rather than the attack. Tiki is on deflect missile, just to deal with any ninja lins that come her way. I've been thinking about ways to like invest more onto this defense, and obviously an invested cav would be good. Putting some sort of a guard effect on Tiki would be good, so like a stance 4 skill would be good, and then steady breath probably. TANA should definitely have a ruse and a real ace skill rather than these two Papega things. A ruse would be really good to like debuff this entire row. And then a real ace skill obviously just to, you know, do things. And yeah, that's about it. As I play the replays, it'll be a little bit different things because I'm iterating. But the weaknesses that of the previous teams will be apparent. So let's get to it. So here's the first iteration. At first I wasn't sure how to get Thrasir to not eat up the rallies from TANA, so I'm just like, okay, I'll put Seiros in the front and TANA can come over here. Yeah. The problem with putting TANA there over on the left is that she's actually kind of snipeable. Now that like putting her outside of the range of Tiki is like not a good idea. Anyway, the rally, dance, and then Claude comes in and nothing kills Claude. And then Tiki goes in for the kill. I've been thinking also about how to pull this out of Earth Season. And I don't think there's anything that can really replace Claude. GG. Like I was saying, I don't think there's anything that can actually replace Claude. The only thing is I could think of that don't immediately die onto like when they initiate is like there's Kagero, who with Kagero's dart reduces incoming damage by 50%. She would need null follow-up. I could use Brave Marianne, and I think that's what I'll actually try, because Brave Marianne comes with null follow-up natively, and so I don't have to use that precious fodder on a Kagero. Okay, see, this is what I'm talking about. They just snipe TANA to avoid that mess, but in the process leave Reinhardt out to dry, which is, I don't know about that. Yeah, I think Marianne is the only thing that can feasibly replace Claude, at least out of the stuff that I have. I was also thinking about like Legendary Celica, because now Legendary Celica's has the Pref B skill that also does it, but the problem is that she just dies on retaliation to something like Hector, which is not that great. That's a huge hit. It would have killed Plumeria anyway if she didn't Galatina, but yeah. I'll just speed through this. It looks like they're just going through it. Yeah. GG. So here I decide I don't want to have Tana snipeable. So I move her back to this position, but this entire time I still had Goad Cab on Mia, which is completely useless, or Ward Cab that is. It's completely useless, and as you'll see here, Tana wastes an extra action and doesn't enable Claude anymore. I think that's this replay at least. Oh wait, no, this is the replay where Thrasir just kills Hector. I forgot about this one. This is nice. GG. And here comes the classic. Honestly, the teams attacking in aren't like that too much different. Like outside of the vault, I thought it would be like, you know, a lot more, what's the word, like easy? Like people like not investing into their units, but it's like about the same, honestly. So here's what I was talking about. Claude doesn't get killed on anything, so Tana goes back and rallies Thrasir. So this, after this replay is when I switch over to attack speed gap, so that Tana doesn't go and rally Thrasir, because Thrasir already has the buff, because Thrasir is the bonus unit. If she's not the bonus unit and she doesn't take the gap, well, I mean, I guess you just have to do like rally speed, or sorry, Hone Spd on that cab in the middle, which is like fine. But yeah. Claude needs to eat dances to break through this. Claude is so annoying to kill. Also, Mirabilis doesn't dance Claude because they put the Naga into bait. Yeah. GG. So this is when... Oh, and this is... I'm still... I switched this back. I'm still not on the attack speed gap. But this is actually a really cool replay. So Yuri is quite good. Having just cavalry movement and innate Canto 2 is so good. Tiki does die to this. I had Moonbow on her before. And looking at this is what makes me switch over to Glimmer, because I think getting the kill on the retaliation is probably the way to go. The only thing that she doesn't deal with is probably an offense Claude, which, I mean, what really beats that? I don't think that there's anything that actually beats that. Like a Deadeye Farsafe Archer, like Valentine's Fae. What else? Winter Felix, I guess. With Deadeyes on retaliation will kill Claude, but then they'll die to other things.
I'm here.
Alright, so they just do a turn 2 full clear with the Wings of Mercy, with the Requiem Dance, duo skill. Really good clear. This is the kind of clear that I would regularly see, you know, inside the vault. So I guess there's more people like me who drop out because they played really poorly last week. GG. Okay, so this is another thing that I was worried about, having lane 1 catapult to kill 3 buildings at once. Like, that's just so rare. I feel like it's almost not worth like considering, because if someone is using a lane 1 catapult, it's like, come on, what are you doing, right? So this is where I have the gap on Mia now. So now Thrasir is buffed onto speed, so she won't eat a rally speed from Tana. So now the only one getting rally speed is going to be Mia. All three of these have speed buffs. That's really cool that Mia could actually cut through the damage reduction for the kill there. And just a wreck shop. Claude actually isn't getting as much action as I thought he would be. GG. Another thing I've noticed is that outside the vault, I just get fewer replays. This is like 7 or 8. And inside the vault, I would have been on like 10 by now. Okay, this is actually really interesting. So, because we have both Bright Shrine and the Sabotage Speed from Plumeria, Thrasir is actually eating both of those things, whereas Claude is only eating one of them. He's not eating the Bright Shrine. So now, on turn 2, Thrasir actually does not have the highest attack speed total anymore. This is like 89, and that's 90. That's 100. So like, when Tana comes into rally here, she isn't getting the gap. So now she's actually vulnerable to going back and rallying that Thrasir again, which she does. So if Claude didn't have the gap, he would have 90 attack and speed. Thrasir with this, with the leveled up Red Shrine, -5, actually only has 89. So with a leveled up Bright Shrine, I can actually mess up the gap. So a Hone Spd would be more consistent, but like I like the gap, so. This is probably just the best case scenario. Claude comes and peels off that Ice Mirror, and then Mia goes in for the kill. Yeah, GG. I'm looking forward to see what the vault will give to me. I can't wait to see what players are going to come up with into next week. It's going to be Ninja Corrin bonus, it's going to be Tiki bonus. It'll be a fun time. See you then.